let's make sure that this works. How do I explain this? Well, I don't really need to explain it. But actually, let me put this over here. Okay. Oh, it's not picking up audio again. At least it doesn't seem like it is. Oh no, it is. It's just really low. Actually, because I don't know how... No, I can up this a little bit. Or, instead of messing with that... Yeah, that might be a little low, but I also don't know how loud it's gonna get during the fights. But what actually matters... I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... I was right at Search of Hope. Yeah, Zothman knows all. Which means I can finish off these ultimate missions. If I can finish these ultimate missions before this... The update is not yet. Lucilius is in a couple of days. That's why I'm doing this now. Because I want to finish the ultimate, because I want to finish... I want to finish the ultimate difficulty settings because I'm going to deal with... because I'm going to probably end up grinding a lot to make Vayne usable for that fight. But otherwise I still have but otherwise I have CAG. So I have to do all this again. Yeah, I'll have... I need one more Silver Centrum. I'll have Fairy's Weapon. Cagliostro already has her book. Vayne does not have a fully leveled up weapon. Actually, Vayne doesn't have a fully leveled up weapon, but he does have a weapon. I can't remember how far... I don't remember how far my Terminus is upgraded for... For Captain. I think I actually put some points into... Yeah. So this is basically the main team that I have right now. I'll have Fairy on point then. Vayne needs to have his weapon upgraded. Fairy is very close to having her weapon upgraded. She needs one more Silver Centrum. And then after that, I'll have all my weapons fully... I'll at least have 2 weapons fully uncapped. Or at least 2 Terminus weapons fully uncapped. Which should be more than enough for Lucilius. And I did all this last time I was here, but I guess it didn't save until I was on the... Until I was on the other quest. I should have probably activated that quest then. I should have went on the Grand Cipher. Oh right, you were by the blacksmith? The non-trivial pursuit, which is finding the cat. I also don't remember if I can... No, because searching would keep me locked in place. Yeah, so I am just redoing the cat thing. I do wonder though. One's far over there. I can't grab it. This one's over here. The one on the right is closer to where the cat is, so it makes more sense doing this one. Of course, they couldn't add the actual cat into the game, so they had to give us an actual quest that was revolved around a cat.
These are eyes to look blue. What are you talking about?
Meow.
Don't tell me that's the dangerous thing we've been looking for. Can't believe we went on a wild cat chase. Why would the family's Zafra bother reporting John?
I believe being a good information broker means having a finger in...
Roland, please, no. Okay, this is the actual one.
Remember, keep it hush and let's camp out here.
Eavesdrop. I also think this is the last time that the game slows down.
Unfortunately...
Because I think from here it's just a bunch of, it should be a bunch of other quests aside from the one at a time I come back to Seed Hollow.
Remember, keep it hush hush. Is there anywhere we
And then even chapter 0, I think I can just jump straight to it. Or at least the important part of it.
Mobilizing soldiers out of Seed Hollow is sapping the castle's defenses. People might get edgy if this leaks.
Green and silver. Maybe not as pointed as the airstay? But maybe...
Already infiltrated Seed Hollow?
No, the armor's too light.
Bad news. What?
And I don't think the helmets are pointed enough.
Let's go report this in.
Even just thinking of airstay wants me to ask for Black Knight and Orchid.
How'd it go?
This Zafra guy sure likes to dip his talents in everything, huh?
Can't go there yet.
Thanks to him and his informants, the city's managed to stay relatively stable.
Thankfully, I should only have to worry about, like, really big and annoying fights later.
Are you sure you're not biting off more than you can chew?
So...
Is that too much? Anyway,
I guess depending on who I fight, I should either switch between Captain or Fairy, and then I can switch between Cag and Vayne for the hard fights. Zathba,
Shade back there was no order.
head to the dock.
Mary do.
Huh?
I think you painted a different picture of the guy, Roland.
Oh, because you're right here.
Pleasure work.
And now we go into the actual quest. So since we're going to Dolly Island, Fairy might be better just for raw damage.
Before you ask, this ride's free. Make it worth my while, Skyfarers.
Dolly Island. That's where.
This is desert.
As we fly closer to the main island, an ocean of sand seems to stretch on forever.
Oh right, this is where some of these are.
Will be perfect for searching tight places.
You know what, let's actually listen to some of Fairy's lines, because I didn't use her for much of the first story. Or at least when I went through it.
Almost took a spill there.
Actually, surfing down dunes might save us time. Just don't wipe out and eat safe.
He's right.
Oh,
What's this way? Nothing. Oh. What's up there? Level 100 enemies.
Over there. Looks like a way into the ruins.
Remember the seals Zothra was talking about? They may be around here.
Then let's see. Mission critical. Focus on mission critical first. Then I can come back for the Wii printers and whatever stuff later.
Nice and cool. A little shade makes all the difference.
When was this structure built? Despite the wear and tear, it doesn't seem that old to me.
Probably has a
No
complicated
slime.
history, like every other tomb with buried treasure.
Found you.
Safe with me.
Oh.
Just what I needed.
That wasn't even a lot. Oh, I didn't even think I could. I'm actually surprised I was able to stand up. There. I forgot about this again.
I'd have blown to a goose day.
There's no way to stop sliding. Just try to maintain your balance.
I see you found the golden carpet the desert rolls out for its guests. Enjoy the slide.
Upper track, upper track.
Did you set a trap for us?
What would I gain from that? Don't worry, you'll be fine.
You're the last person I trust.
Trust or not,
Let me see if I can grab this.
we're just gonna have to play it by ear.
Okay, got it. Easy. Oh, they're still going on ahead.
We can survive this, everyone.
Hell, you folks got guts. That shortcut's known for being, lethal. Don't screw with us. The floor gave out and you know it. Whatever the circumstances, it saved you time. And that's
Very bold of the ghost to say that everyone's gonna survive.
about efficiency.
I mean, you're not wrong. We need as much time as we can get. Are we still going the right way?
Yep. Up ahead, you'll see something that looks like a door.
Please.
Huh? What's that close?
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so that means I should probably switch to Vane. I should switch to Vane if I want to do this, because I know how long.
What kind of place have we wandered into?
Since Vane probably has a better time of holding single positions. I do want to see what happens if I can activate these before needing to defeat the enemies.
Door's opening.
This place is way bigger than I thought.
This place is also very fun and interesting, but it's the only place in a game like this. So let me switch to Vane.
Keep one hand on your weapon at all
Right to the right, left, right, left.
All we did was step on tiles. Let's start by exploring up ahead.
Let's check if I actually have to do that, because getting around isn't even too long.
What just happened?
What the coolest movement? Perhaps this mechanism was used as a form of transportation?
That ought to make desert surfing a breeze.
Ah, it does let me just use whichever one I want.
Huh. That's a weird looking piece of rubble. What do you think it used to be?
A grand building, no doubt. All that beauty lost forever.
Okay,
It just breaks my heart.
Stone Golem.
Okay, that's a golem.
Or this Skydam's version of one. I wonder if they imported the technology from Earth's day.
Was it guarding something? Please don't move. Please don't move.
Should be able to hold Rampart for a bit, and even if I do hold Rampart for a bit, I can guard. It wasn't. Yep, and we hold. That's not gonna last. He's pushing me off the point. Come on, come on, come on. Cag's on point. No!
It's losing power. You need to stay on the switch until the device is fully charged.
There we go.
That means no running, dodging, or jumping. Might want to activate the key after we've won the fight.
Or you just get good, Recon.
Not to crack it. I mean, it is practically a living rock.
This is making me restless.
Come on, don't kill it yet. That's one. That's all you're gonna say? Cag with the raise.
Whew. That was a close battle, but we managed to pull through.
I got exceptional refining for that? So that would go.
Spirit. No doubt its powers are augmented by this land.
Yeah. Next point.
Looking forward to touring the big city too.
And up.
You guys smell treasure?
Oh.
Let's do it. Going from freezing mountains to sweltering deserts.
I guess I missed this one. Got it.
What treasure is ours?
Nice.
Just a champion merit?
It's an army of bones! We're surrounded!
If we use the terrain wisely, we can split them off into smaller groups. Did this used to be a tower? Probably.
Look at all these buildings.
There could be a treasure trove of rare stuff. Let's dig around.
There are some items, but it doesn't look like there's many chests, at least on the ground. It could be a bit higher. One here.
Hold on, something's coming.
What do you call the skeleton boss? The bonehead.
I hate you so much, Vane.
This monster's a beaut.
Until we do stuff like this.
Movement hard to starve us before. Press the attack.
I got an axe right with this one. No bones about it.
No comment.
They're gonna push me off the point. One more.
Let's do it!
Easy.
That thing gave me the willies. Credit where credit's due. There's no lazy bones.
Shut up.
Looks like we're halfway there. Let's just hope nothing interrupts us. Get done clearing out loot and hightail it over to the key.
And one more to the left.
Fantastic. Keep it up. Hang tight, treasure. Up us go.
He's like a whole new person when it comes to money.
We're fine.
Was that a
A
griffin?
griffin?
I'll tell you what it is. Trouble. Ranged attacks are our best bet against that flying beast.
Or we piss him off enough to come down to us. There's a chest over there, though. Multiple.
I'll take it. Nice.
And I have a full charge, and it's not like I'm gonna use them to boss anyway.
We'd be lost without Zothba nudging us in the right direction.
You know, I've been wondering why the catalyst is buried. This island must have some...
It's here. Weapons out. Sorry. Fred needs help and you're kind of in the way. Get away!
Uh-oh.
Teamwork, baby.
Pouring it on. You can only take so much punishment.
No. Trick.
You should never have messed with us. Catch me on rope.
Dead. That might be overkill. That is the only time I've seen a CPU triple burst. Ooh. And I still hit cap.
Come now. Time to activate the key. Halfway there. Keep standing on that switch.
This way.
This is making me restless.
Such a stupid boy.
Good help is hard to find these days. Head back to the central ruins and grab the loot. I've got a date with that treasure chest. Now for the moment of truth. That catalyst better be there. Should be sitting pretty on its own tailor-made pedestal.
Ooh.
What you grab first. And don't forget to bring us back our box of riches.
Shearstone altar. Easy. Well, let's let this play.
What's this?
Not these punks again. If you want a beating, we'll oblige.
You took the words right from my mouth.
Who said that?
That stone is a captivating prize. Unfortunately, I can't allow you to claim it.
Don't you just summon the...
You may call me Maglian, and these are my kindred. The Sword Veil. And we wish to show you our beautiful blade work. Do enjoy yourselves to the fullest. Teach them a lesson they shall never forget.
You stand in the back, all of them around us. Without you here, you're just gonna make it boring.
Also never back down.
You're going down.
It's all coming up big.
They're only one of two.
By now. Where are they coming from?
It doesn't matter. We have to break through.
Magliel
It's not over until I say it is.
Ow. I'm not hitting it. Thank you, Cag. Small brain.
My blades hold infinite potential.
I should have held on to that.
Visionary to see that.
2, 3.
I know they look formidable, but remember, no defense is flawless.
Especially not hers.
Got my blade! Even the sturdiest shield can be broken. Charge forward!
Got ya. Oh, you're dead.
This is all it takes to impress you? I haven't even broken a sweat in a fearless choreography of my magic sword. Gotta be talented. Here's your heart.
That was a lot of talk for exploding in 5 seconds. Found one opening and you just died.
Feels like overkill for a glorified treasure warden.
And now for the biggest fight in the game, that I imagine is supposed to be reminiscent of the tower. However, that quick... Oh god. It is tracking me. However... However, that explosion is only possible with 4 people.
It would be disgraceful to turn tail and run.
For being what is essentially a Monster Hunter set piece fight. This boss actually is pretty cool and not that bad. I don't remember where that turret was. I think they drop it down later.
There goes one reactor.
That laser can do whatever it wants. It's not gonna... It's not gonna hurt me. Until this happens! You're gonna move again, aren't you? No. 2, 1. In we go. Power right through it.
Reactors in the left foot.
Move. Nice, still got knocked away. Overdrive.
I think we made it there.
Oh no. Captain, come on. you gotta get up. That was the one I was actually waiting for, but I forget that it uses different attacks for this and the actual fight. I have to hold this. If I get Soul Eruption once, then I have to hold it for being up on its back. Cag? Uh-oh. More Missouri? This was the turrets. For...
Our ship took a gut punch. Putting out the fire now. My guns are busted, but engine's still okay. Working on repairs.
Okay. The game does not like me. Oh, you have a lot less.
Warn you of this peril. I didn't think Avi was here to trigger Excavation's awakening.
You get a lot less critical to use for your revives. That only gives you about 2 revives on... That only gives you like 2 revives on ultimate. So having Cag with Raze is actually really good. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh.
As for my humble opinion, yes, Bird. I believe they are the same thing. Every Skydom has its own history and culture. Some local lingo is bound to be different.
Roland certainly seems
Knowledgeable about the subject, doesn't he?
doesn't he?
Oh, you're trailing towards me! You're not giving me a chance to use these turrets, are you?
Give it another go.
What are you...
The cannon is still in one piece. It should be usable again shortly. Bad luck and blasting the ground around his feet. Pull back, all of you.
Desert Flare? Okay, they don't count for critical as long as it's not me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why are you looking at me? Oh. Because Vayne has Provoke on. Or at least... It would make sense why you're looking at me. Easy. Until Missile Rain. You're not gonna sweep that on me. Huh? I have to be really precise with these shots. Just stay focused on the air. Stay focused on the air. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. That's the break. It's gonna be a little bit dangerous and a little stupid, but I have to lower my health a little bit while getting rid of something. You should try actually hitting the crystal. And the only part that's in the story and not in the raid fight.
Rebellion won't go without a fight. It's protecting itself with a sand barrier. Flawless defense. They don't call it the primeval god of fortification for nothing. Dude, why are you bracing that thing? If we don't do something, it'll get back on its feet.
This is like easily my favorite part of the fight, and I'm actually kind of upset that you can't do it with other people. But I understand why they wouldn't do it, especially if there's not really any immediate combat with it. It's still really cool and fun to do. It actually sells its sense of scale a lot more. This, also one of my favorite parts.
We're fine alive, but things haven't gotten any better.
Put everything into the next attack. It's all or nothing.
You see, it's very easy to make a QuickTime event that people really like. You just replace it with a mechanic that you're doing anyway. If people think that they're just doing a mechanic that they normally do, then it doesn't hit them as much as it being a QuickTime event and more of just you being doing something really cool. Something that you already do, just in a cooler context. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I have to wait till one. There's the thing I was waiting for. One more.
There is a next time. I'll pay you to take my spot.
Easy. That climb up and slide down the gun is easily one of my favorite parts of this game, and it's only in the story mode.
This is why I do all the hiring. That crew packs a punch. Impressive to say the least.
If you want to have a set piece fight, have the set piece be the really fun part that you only have to do once. Then if you want to do that fight for multiplayer, cut it down and make it efficient. The cool part is very cool, but only let players do it either once at their own choice as much as they want. And just don't expect everybody to want to do it every time, because sometimes you just want to kill the thing. Because that is a mistake that Monster Hunter makes a lot with a lot of their with a lot of their set piece fights, where they constantly think, "Oh, you want to do the really cool, big, super cool thing, right?" Sometimes, yes, not all the time, especially not if I need multiple other people to do it correctly as well. You can keep a majority of it and keep the idea, just you gotta be careful.
What? If Avi isn't keeping Lyria properly hydrated, I'm gonna have some strong words with them.
So that's
2 brain cells, 1 for thinking, 1 for acts.
downright for us.
Fall in and it's goodbye world. No one surviving that.
Hey, you guys notice anything different about Roland? Not really. I mean, I guess he seems kind of tired.
He's helped us out of more jams than I can count. Let's get him something nice once this is over.
I don't remember if I have to fight Vulcan Bola here.
I can feel it. The primal beast is nearby.
If I do,
Lead the way.
I will let the knight save me. And all her abilities are still the ones that I need, so I'm fine. White Roll, Sacred Winds. This is not the... Oh, right! Vulcan Bola.
Stop right there! Oh, don't let it out of your sight. Why is he fighting that primal beast? Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is he's the reason Lyria's here in the first place.
Crap, volcano's getting ready to blow.
I also... Ooh.
Can't do anything about it. Just run for your lives. Don't look back.
One thing that's also very nice about this, or at least one thing that I really like what ReLink does, is that despite this primarily being a boss that you're gonna end up spending more time grinding than like actually seeing in this context,
Really bad hard. Just wants to keep Lyria away from us. Let's get to her first.
it still makes its story relevance very cool. You've seen you've seen enough of the boss in single player stuff
I'm on my way.
to have a context for its place in a story, so it doesn't just feel like a thrown in fight.
Hey, brother. I have a question for you. Why has that primal beast imprisoned Lyria? Since you're fighting it, I'm going to assume it wasn't acting on strict orders.
Ares. And I just dropped it.
We're not finished with you.
Please don't consume it. Please don't consume it. Oh yeah, the level scripting is insane for this.
Think it's going.
We were so close. Come on, we have to chase it again.
This volcano isn't gonna blow anytime soon, right?
It has a lot of really cool...
Quite similar to Bahamut. Is that why it was able to imprison Lyria?
Let me word this correctly. Because saying this slightly differently does change a lot of it.
Yikes! It's a magma wave. Get swallowed by that, and it'll eat more than a nasty bird.
Get to the cover of that rock. It's our only chance.
There are a lot of very cool things that happen, and you are in control when they are happening, but you have free control when they are happening, and you are actively responding to them with those controls. Like,
He cut the wave in half.
Terrified. Oh, I guess.
like, uh-oh.
Timed it right. We can avoid the magma by hiding behind the rock.
Thank you, Vern. Like, we're far enough away to see how it is dealing with stuff or how far he's moving ahead, and that's supposed to emphasize the power difference between us.
It's almost like they've come to an impasse.
He's dealing with something that we're also dealing with, but... 'Cause... he's supposed to be intimidating at this current point, he's dealing with them either more efficiently or just faster than we can. No damage.
Do you even care about her?
I already told him it has nothing to do with him.
I have.
Hi, Robbie Damon.
You soar high,
Please, please, please? No glaciate.
Where's this light coming from? It's Lyrian. I believe it's some kind of natural defense mechanism.
That's the primeval god of dread for you. There's no control yet.
I see what happened here. Avia brought Lyria to this altar and awakened the primal beast.
He's in overdrive. I can't do anything.
Manifestation of dread. It burned right around in deep what you feared most. Destructed Lyria. Is that the gist of it?
He might not be able to get through your giant egg, but I know someone who can.
Of course, the catalyst. We'll create an opening so you can wake Lyria up.
Please.
Wait for us to attack all at once. We will pass the torch.
I'm always ready. Just
And then even link attacks aren't.
here goes nothing.
And even activating link attacks are like the trigger for an actual cutscene to play, so it's still rewarding you just for actually playing the normal way that you would. It reinforces the mechanics it wants you to use by letting those mechanics become very cool and significant things in its own story.
It's running scared because it knows the catalyst worked. Our next encounter will be its last.
You know it. When we get Lyria, they'll wake up all of our life.
How'd they get down there?
They jumped. Or fell.
What's going on here?
I call a temporary truce.
Only for now.
You realize how preposterous that sounds coming from you?
Blue light from the list. It's safe there. What? You gotta rip it from our cold dead hands.
You have to team up with that primal beast.
1, 2.
Against us.
Primal beast. Is that what you call primeval gods?
I still don't fully trust him. I'll pretend he's telling the truth about wanting to save Lyria. Avia needs Lyria to control time. He's the crux of their plan.
Constantly
As long as
moving.
she's trapped inside that crystal, we and the church.
Can't do
Does
anything.
that sound about right?
And let's face it, if you want to take down this god, you'll need mine.
All right. We'll work with you for as long as our
We really don't need your help considering everything that we've also dealt with up to this point.
until we pacify the primal beast.
We should be used to far worse by now.
Let's do what we did before. After we create an opening, you
No,
use the
we don't have summons. So that's actually fair then.
Get to the side.
Seriously? That's like trying to avoid water in a bathtub.
I'm gonna have to go the long way. I got nicked. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Three, two, one.
Almost there. I can feel it. Catalyst is ready to go. I won't mess it up.
You learn lesson.
Albert! Can you hear us, Lyria? Come back! Darn it! Not again! It's working though! Later at the primal is gone!
1, 2.
Power is magnified. At this rate, it'll engulf the whole island in flames. We need to extinguish the fire, and quickly.
Come on, Captain. Got ya.
Your will lives in this blaze. Fall now. Press 16. Casiosto.
Your lucky day!
Ars Magna.
There! Rips ahoy!
Also, I'm still getting damage numbers, but that health is not going below 40%. We certainly are, considering the fact that we've done no damage to it.
Something's brewing.
So certain bosses have those percentage stopgaps, the other ones do not. Because this one has specific mechanics that it wants to teach you about. Because these also show up during the raid fight. You're just gonna leave me, Cac? Thank you. Oh, never mind. I have to trust those two. No. It's there. Fairy's here. Captain's there. Captain did it. Can't make any damage. Can't get any move. Wave. Odium. It moved behind me, which means it's going this way, unless it shifts around. Nope, going this way. Linear. Wrong way. Come on. That should be the last opening. Lifelink. That is possibly the longest I've ever been in Ares. Or we just kill it. Catalina does a lot of damage if she's actually able to just sit there. I will say though, going through this again is making me want to go back and, well, not go back. I do have to finish the anniversary event.
Where did you come from? Huh? You can't do that! Give her back to us!
This is a very interesting question though. How does this fight go? Phantasmagoria? just remembered, she doesn't... Ooh, she doesn't have a normal fight in the game. Yeah, there is no normal fight with her. She can't deep freeze. Or glaciate.
We don't need your phony baloney philosophy. As Skyfarers, we put our faith in a free sky.
Two. Danger. Oh, Fairy! Fairy was smart to use that.
Open the gates and bask in the light of paradise. Stop! What are you doing? No, we'll all be.
99999. Not 999999. So just a few hairs weaker than me and Bahamut.
And now even Vulcan Bolas.
And Astral's emotions. Let's switch you back.
Ready for action.
Oh yeah, everyone's level 100 by the way. Not only that... Everyone... Scallion. Swordfish. Everyone has their terminus weapon. Which has been a lot of grinding.
Well,
Lilith. Adam's first wife.
I'd hoped for a more peaceful flight. How did they find this route? It's those interlopers! Save formations! We must take this.
Ow.
They seem just as surprised as we are. It might be a coincidence.
Brought to shoot to kill! Lady Lilith has decreed these heathens be purged for their nefarious schemes!
Wow, calling me a heathen.
They look for more. It just occurred to me. There's only one destination at the end of this flight path.
Which means we're headed to the same place as these jokesters.
Indeed. But let us discuss particulars after we have saved our hides.
These goons don't know when.
Finally.
Or flay theirs. This means war. So, if...
Really hitting the fan now, huh? You better hightail it back to Seed Hollow before it's too late.
So, knowing that that fight is coming up next... If I'm gonna do two fights in a... If I'm gonna do two fights in a very specific way, this next one, I either do as Fairy or I do as Captain. I probably want to do it as Captain. Chapter 8, ReLink.
Seed Hollow is burning. Whoa!
Do this as Captain. Have Fairy next, then Vayne, then Cag be the last.
No time to assess casualties, I'm afraid. Not when we know Avia will make a beeline for the castle.
I suspect we'll face a tough road ahead.
Do I have my skills? Because I do know I changed... Okay. I do want to change conduction. With how messy that fight's gonna be, I probably do want to keep Phalanx here then. So I'll put that on for now.
Yourselves accordingly.
Abia is focused entirely on occupying Seed Hollow Castle. I fear Lilith is wasting no time.
Sierra. And now we go in.
The church's attack is
And they also have a quest counter here just in case you do want to do normal stuff in between doing these quests.
Treasure shop open. That's kind of a relief, right?
Once she hears coins jingling, I'm not sure Bahamut himself could stop her. Anyway, let's double check our supplies before moving on.
Well,
Sierra is a merchant. Positive. Stop Lilith's plot and save the precious Lyria. The crew enter Seed Hollow Castle, which has become embroiled in the flames of war.
the castle's undercroft should be just down this corridor.
Decimate, Overdrive Surge, Armor Break.
Seed Hollow guards. They didn't sign up for this.
Oh, look at you. I look over to the left very slightly and I see it. Save the crustaceans. Outside. For fighting this many people, then I can do this.
We found trouble.
I thought we cleared out this area. Get out of here or face the Silver Wolf Corps. Idiot, it's that crew. Lady Lilith will reward us generously for their heads.
They just never let us pass, do they? Come on, let's get 'em.
Don't back down. We have the power of the primeval gods on our side. Primeval gods, huh? Amazing. how
That's
that
not gonna help you.
600 years after I first formed Avia, Lilith and I were working on our experiment, studying the effects of Sky Dweller emotions, such as faith,
Are?
primal beasts. But she twisted the convictions of the masses, reshaping them as building blocks for this paramilitaristic cult.
The church finds you in defiance of Our Lady's grand message. Face your penance!
I know that voice because I keep hearing them in literally everything I play, but I never remember their name. But I can pick them out in a lineup every time.
Lilith comes first.
Wait, Roland. Weren't you the one who sealed Angra Mine you?
Indeed. 500 years ago.
You couldn't find a better location? For Sky's sake, finally broke through them. Onward and downward?
These soldiers are not to blame for Lilith's machinations. And yet they're the ones paying
Go,
the
go,
ultimate
go. So that was fairy done.
price.
This fight, though.
A little debris won't stop us. Allow me.
Nice.
Right, see we clear rubble. Think you can clean an airship?
What's the pay like? Shall we talk price? Quickly. The undercroft should be
You get free room and board. Huh? Ah.
Hey, little fella.
I don't even remember if we play. I don't even remember if we pay Lawayne for cooking.
Ship cannons. These Avia jerks do not play fair.
We can take refuge in the cellars below. There's no way their pixel will reach us down there.
I just hope they stop firing completely. This castle's too pretty to be destroyed.
It'd take half a miracle to bring down that carrier. So do we run or?
Judging from the position of this tower,
I didn't even see that.
the court should be close. Let's head there.
Like all this work done for this one area that you're running through maybe once or twice?
Now we've reached the
It looks so beautiful too.
and his men. A Lady Lilith!
Yeah, you're not winning this fight. Drain.
We will not let you stand
that, Fuji?
The dog did it.
Don't even think about coming back. Now then, we'd better keep moving.
I just wanna... Yeah, I just still wanna, like, look and take this all in.
Looks like a dead end. I saw some stairs heading down back at that door, though.
Perfect. That should lead us to the terrace.
I also do like one thing that's very smart, where they clearly have audio lines that... almost bit my tongue.
In the name of the Silver Wolf Court, we will stop this blasphemy here and now.
I...
Why haven't they come yet?
Well... I do like how there's audio lines clearly of the characters talking of like, oh, well, we went the wrong way. I wonder if something else happened. Which is a... I forgot something happened here.
More toys to harass us with. Pete,
Which makes a lot more sense with a crew than it does with just single characters.
Multiple legs allow for maximum stability and maneuverability. Firepower and
One. Two. We blow it up.
Sorry. Just like you blow anything else up. So maybe we could try to salvage it?
No. You're taking damage too.
That's not good.
Fairy still at 67. Vane.
This bottle of Tayuatar expends tons of energy while boosting. It shouldn't last much longer.
If only we could explain it to them.
I'll stop you in your tracks.
Stun. This has to work. That might be enough. As long as we keep burning it. If not, we still have a link. Easy.
We beat the screws out of that robo.
Well done.
I also just really like EO yelling at people, telling them to shut up and stop being a nerd.
Fine specimen.
Explain it in plain words so that we know how to beat it.
out of the woods yet.
More.
Now we have to fight two of them?
That's not so bad. Right?
Allow me.
This part.
Don't mind if I recruit a little help.
Oh yeah, Granblue likes mechs, by the way.
I could use it to fight off the others.
Did you really just hop up on that thing? You even analyze it?
Where we're going, we have no need
For licenses.
It'll be a stitch to cover you.
Why does Robo always get eager around new machines? I don't like that twinkle in his eye.
Oh, come now. Why must you criticize me mid-battle? Can't we focus? Prepare all cannons. Tactical reinforcements by you and time to come online.
This is also still the only time that I know. This is still the only time in a game where you get to use this.
Well done, team.
Can't you blast those ships out of the sky?
More cannon fire. Hold steady, Tayuatar. Done for if we don't take him out.
Unfortunate for them, but... Unfortunate for them, but I've been playing Armored Core.
Zero the elevation. Look,
one.
Two against one is not fair odds. Perhaps you should call in a third?
There's your one good line.
To react like that. Feels like it's live. I've shot past the time retard's maximum output. I'll fire on the enemy ship while it's still operational.
One more.
Insolent heathen. This field never seems to run out of munitions. Oh, such revolutionary
Now
technology.
for the battleship. Hit her with your own medicine, Roland.
Easy.
Hit you, Roland.
Oh, I forgot that it even had an Ian barrier.
Looks like the coast is clear for now.
Taluatar. Good night, sweet prince. You will be missed. More rubble, is it? Never fear. I'll have it removed post-haste. Now, there should be an entrance to the undercroft from the front of the court. Let's hurry.
Da-da-da-da-da. So the next one should be Magdiel and Galanza again. And considering that Galanza is the only one that really gives me trouble, or is the only tough one, going as captain seems to be the only option. Especially since I don't play Yordaha.
This tea is simply to die for.
There's no better appetizer to a banquet of blood. I knew you'd be back for more.
In the name of the Sword Veil Fellowship, I shan't let you take another step.
The only fair fight in the game.
Clean.
Death match.
Who cares about these bozos? Stick it to it now.
Wait for this.
Whoa.
Defeating Avia's two strongest generals.
As you can see, my board
Yeah, this is gonna be real.
some entertainment.
Come on, Vayne. Got ya.
You flatter us, sir. May we have the honor of knowing your name before we...
Silver Veil Storm.
Indeed.
And Vayne used this ability, so I actually have to dodge this.
They show guidance to prominent rebellion.
I've dodged this before, though. Until this happens. Come on. One. Dangerous one. One. You can't block that or else you'll be knocked into the wall into the back, which is dangerous.
Madness consume you! You're attacking in tandem! Linked together with your partnership.
Yeah, and they steal our link attacks.
Now keep them wanting. Now put it on for.
Vayne's down, but I don't remember if Kag used her raise. I might have to pick him up, or just leave him on the ground. Roland? One more. Yeah, Galanza's almost dead.
Galanza, if you please.
This show's over.
Like that. Quantum is still around.
Won the war yet, Skyfarer.
Thank you, Kag. Uh-oh. I'm failing still. Needed that. That was very dangerous. If I didn't hit that, I was gonna die.
Not bad, Skyfarers.
General Alonso.
Thank you, Vayne.
You see now, Maglios? You have no hope of defeating us. Throw down your weapon.
No! I will use every fiber of my magic to ensure you never leave this home.
I respect the determination, but you lost your mind, lady.
Wanna treat?
One.
That was cool.
Got ya. Break, 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 break.
Please guide us.
It's not too bad.
Regret nothing.
That could have been far worse.
Milady?
I know well the lunacy of my position, to be making demands of you. But please, the Sword Vale are my family. If you can, find it in your heart to spare them.
Take me! I stake my life on this death match. Now come claim your hard-earned spoils.
You're the only one who's calling it a death match.
Look, we just want to get through here without trouble. As long as you stay out of our way. We got no reason to fight anymore, deal?
There's no time to waste.
Not even an argument, just run right past them.
Forgive my failure, Lady Lilith.
Complete and utter defeat. They might actually pull it off.
You couldn't beat me 10 years ago, you're not gonna beat me now, Sundowner.
Those two freaks were crazy. Crazy strong, I mean. Oh, I hope we've seen the last of them.
They were masters of their respective arts. Why did they follow Lilith?
Even great warriors may find themselves prey to hard times. Salvation, no matter how false, seems an alluring prize. And, well, some astrals have a certain charm, which can prove intoxicating to many Skyfarers.
They've got all the nasty tricks. But what about Lilith's son? He an astral too?
Mercifully, no.
Mercifully.
He's a dweller, same as you. As far as I can tell, Lilith took him in as a child.
Not every day you hear about an astral adopting a regular Joe. Whatever's going on here, don't sit right with me.
This room is absolutely gorgeous, and you only see it once. And Cat and Fairy jump into the water immediately. Oh!
It seems we've reached a dead end.
Not to worry. There's another path this way. Here we are. Would you all please stand back?
You can do that before the other two jumped in there.
Up ahead is the altar where Granblue lies sealed. You will no doubt find Lilith there already.
If this is where we fight Agraminu. Might be better to do this as Kag.
Warps time and space around Angra, making physical contact impossible. Let us hope Lilith has not breached it yet. We have only one shot at victory.
And then that beautiful room turns into this haunting ground.
When it gets its fuel, blast the engine? Yep, that'll do it.
Okay, people, look alive. This one's from Lyria.
I prepare for the wrong fight. I might have absolutely yeah. After numerous for launch a surprise attack, disrupting her into commotion, both Astrals and Lyria are thrown into an incomplete gate, leaving the crew to fight it alone. This is your real fight.
Look around you. Do you honestly believe Lyria deserves any of this?
I believe in Mother's plan.
All those secrets inside you. I'll reveal
Reveal every single one. Move, move, move.
Where's he getting this kind of power? The sheer concentration of magic is
Oh, right.
extraordinary.
I've always thought he was inhumanly strong, but inhuman magic to boot? What the heck is he?
Ugh.
He's forward with furious speed, but he should still have a weakness.
Vayne?
Some justice!
Weird cult or ancient god, we always find a way to push through.
Time and time again. This anniversary is going to be no different. 50%. Real fight.
This ends now. Holy. Your dawn has arrived. Become my power!
I like the way he does that line in the raid fight a lot more. Final immortality. Careful. Back here. Broke my guard. Beam. Stay up close. Or not. No, I was right.
Any monster or primal beast I know.
Not good.
Pop them full of destructo juice. I'd believe anything at this point. I know how to take him down. Look for the jet right after his rushing attack. That's when we strike.
He is right. He's vulnerable there. Got ya. You and me, Captain. Got ya.
Our offensive is clearly having an effect. Keep it up, everyone!
Almost 400k. So right now it seems that all the ultimate fights are either kill or be killed.
Is he actually down?
Let's just get to Lyria.
In like the most aggressive possible way. I have to maximize damage and I can't guarantee that if I'm playing. Yeah. Okay, this is right. Because now I still have to deal with Mino. This fight is just annoying.
The primal beast who distorts space itself. I can't believe it overpowered Roland so easily.
Uh-oh.
You sky dwellers are autumn leaves, and I am the winter of your discontent. My coming is your death. Even Astreus was no match for me. I could likely blow you over with a single brand.
That's it! He won't let you get away with your nasty scheme. Put up your suit!
Those aren't
Your days of
going
exploring
down
the
quickly.
Sky Realm are over. Any last words?
Lyria, Bird, stay back. Things are bound to get serious.
Hey, let's be careful, Catalina. I got much of a fight. If I notice anything suspicious, I'll tell ya. Ready to go. Hey, that's no fair. All your side gears fly see-through, and then our attack stop working. I can sense that it's there and yet not.
That was Iggy?
Like a little
That's
slaughter.
Ifrit? No, Colossus.
So innocent. So foolish.
Oh, that's right. They also call it their specific names depending on the party.
If only you Skywalkers had come to your senses, all of this could have been avoided. You are not worth the air you breathe.
Don't.
Return to the void.
I'll be back soon. Don't you dare die while I'm gone.
You still think you can stop me? What a quaint thought. I'm afraid your little cool
Granblue is also really good about how to do
join your
impossible battles or battles you're meant to lose. Where they still feel fun and they are teaching you mechanics that you can use in the game. Because dodging the hands and attacking them is actually very important for the normal raid fight.
Now, dear Captain, you deserve to be rewarded above all others for bringing the shadow to my door. Bear witness as your entire world crumbles. Should I see you in the next one? It will be too soon.
This is it. Captain, look after my back!
I think the way that that's supposed to play out is that when you're playing as Captain, Lyria is the last one that gets grabbed.
That shining blade, the sword of Eos. How lovely of Astreus to leave you a parting gift. Wait, you cannot possibly mean to use it against Umbra, mind you. A mere sky dweller should not have the magical reserves to wield it.
When the tile theme starts playing again with the orchestral arrangement. If she was gone, I wouldn't be here. Post-grad, Lilith. Somebody didn't do their homework. Too slow.
Evil dragon, child of darkness and flames. Thy name is
Very familiar tear. Now this I also have to be very careful of because I don't know how this is gonna play. Bahamut has the damage boost. Skyfall. It's okay to make things a mash if they're cool enough. I think it might, but I don't also. But Bahamut was also level 120. And so far, none of the characters can even go up to 105. Which is also really funny considering that considering that the second uncap for Eternals is 150. We all fall down. Opposing wells. This should be... I'm forgetting when this one is. Oh, no. I remember.
Hey, I think we need to tell Sakba about Roland.
They went through, then I can do that as you. Have you guys still here? Captain has to stay in the party in case it forces me to play as Captain again. Because then that way I can at least have my abilities. This is ultimate difficulty, by the way. And I know that there's another Bahamut fight.
Be seeing you around then. And quick with the long faces. We can handle this.
2 to 5 shot it? Great. That's the hard thing I was anticipating.
Roland made it
That is legitimately the only part of this run that I have been concerned about.
power can and will consume the skies.
Exactly.
Well, no, not true. There's that Bahamut fight. There's the on foot Bahamut fight, and then there's the Chapter 0 fight. And the Chapter 0 fight I want to do in a very specific way, which I'm not sure is going to be smart, but I'm still going to do it.
Cypher can't handle.
Yeah, this should be Chapter 9, then there's 10, and then there's 0. I also didn't have Gran to level, so I was like, oh, this might be my fault. I assumed until about Chapter 4 or 5 that it was going to have me, like, because you still have to keep Captain in the party, so I think I did a couple, I think I just kept Captain in the party
Deep breaths, everybody. As long as we stick together, there's nothing we can't do.
and focused on leveling their weapons. I think specifically I focused on leveling Eos, and then also split that attention between them and Kag.
What hole did this weirdo crawl out of?
Watcher.
Heard of Angra Mainyu.
Okay, so it's creepy and hostile. At least it'll be a good warm-up before the final match.
Wow! We did go through that rift, right? It looks like we're still in the same place, but everything's all hazy.
Look, the monster from before. Is it just me, or does it appear solid now?
I bet it's because we went through that funky portal.
Oh, come on.
Knew it was a good idea.
Not so tough now.
Well, now that
That is teaching you mechanics for the Agra Minor fight.
Let's say we get a move on.
I can't believe they were residing in a different dimension. Must have something to do with Angra Mainyu's powers as gatekeeper. I'm as shaken as you are.
How many spare parts does Angra Mainyu have?
There's also something really stupid but funny that I kind of specifically... Ow. That I specifically did for a bunch of these characters. The only one who isn't applying by that rule right now might be Fairy?
Really? I hope we never have to do that.
Unless I count her in, like, her dark variant?
Shadow Peak. What's that?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think she's actually part of that. I
Wait, I think I sense a primal beast.
I hope so, but I have 0 expectations of them adding more than that. I was actually just thinking of, like, why they had the exploration thing. For, like, that only one mission for the one area that they have it designed for. This Kag, aside from... The only reason why I'm not having Reinforce is just because Raise is better. But damage skill, disruption, phantasmagoria, which is just her keen effect in crest. I basically tried to make this as similar to, I tried to basically make her as similar to her earth and water variant as I can, or could. Because what was the water variant? Water variant had disruption, it had a single target heal, and then it had phantasmagoria. Alexandria is the only one that is not a part of that. There's like two other characters I did this for. Vayne is based off his normal water variant. The only exception is that arm destruction just has more practical use than heroic beat. But I did try to run with heroic beat. Maybe that would work better if I have the... I wonder if that's increased... I wonder if that restoration is based off of healing increase. But breakthrough and soul eruption and rampart, I basically have him reminiscent of his normal water variant, which is a very powerful tank that I have in my teams at like all time. It's like a few bosses which are built like in MMO dungeons with trash modes leading up to them. Yeah, that's some of the... Yeah, that's similar to some of the stages. 117. Yeah, this was the gauntlet that I wanted Vayne for. Please shut up. Arrow Gale. Don't run. Where is... There it is. Super cool cut-in still.
We'll talk later. Revenge comes first.
Edgy boy.
After Furican's dusted, I'm gonna make you spill your evil master plan.
Down there. There. You switch too fast. I have to just do it on reaction. Rampart's too low. Move. Down. One more. 2. Wind blast. That is just the Final Fantasy XIV mechanic. That's donuts. That's ring and then donut. Come on. Healing. Through there. There. I still only have Rampart. I only seem to think build for this game on Twitter and I attempted to make one to play through the game tag game yet. I'm not even like surprisingly... I'm not even really using too much tanking abilities. I think I do have Aegis on some things. But like... I'm basically trying to apply as many Granblue rules to this as I can to see how they translate immediately. Because you don't necessarily need to have like 100% uptime to be super defensive. As long as you're sturdy, can keep the boss focused on you, or at least draw the boss towards you a lot of time, you're typically fine.
You wanna stop her, and so do we.
As long as
Don't get any easier.
as long as you don't for certain characters, as long as you don't instantly die, you're pretty much doing your job as a tank.
Considering the scale of violence I inflicted on your crew.
Well, in the end, you did help us.
The real question is when id's being added to the game.
A past enemy is a future friend. That's what they say.
All right. I'll join you in the fight against Lilith. Let's stop her.
Because so far, I think id. Because I think.
Welcome to the winning team, Ed. You're not much of a people.
The UI is not going to change between mobile and desktop. If your issue is the UI, that is not going to change.
Who's your mom, right?
Adopted. We're not related by blood, but I hope.
In terms of like
If you want to turn
Granblue game with the best gameplay, this is easily it. Just handedly. Not even close. I do like Versus a lot, but I don't feel like Versus really captures a lot of like how the game
as family, you must feel responsible for
It-
her crimes. Very well.
Versus doesn't translate the characters
I wanted to ask
as well to a playstyle.
you transformed.
Like the characters have moves and stuff that makes sense for them. Like Ladiva being the grappler, yeah, of course that makes sense. Ow. CX being a quick close range mix up character, sure that makes sense. Arn being a far range poker with one of the best projectiles in the game. That's not even technically a projectile.
I get it now.
That doesn't really translate from how he's the defense eternal, who is,
Free of the real
I think, one of the only characters with 100% damage mitigation from phalanx.
Yes. I think it's because time and space is so
Like, the fact that I can turn this vein into my water vein and play him like how I would use my water vein is very funny and really cool. Siegfried is weird, but yeah, Siegfried's weird in a normal game too. He's like, I think I have a lot of his variants, but I just don't like how he plays. A lot of his stuff is like focused around drain or mode break, and when I have a bunch of Earth teams that have like Gran Sandalphon and Gran Sandalphon 3-0, the Tiger Generals. Yeah, no, it's hard to justify using Siegfried on like any team of any variant that I have of him.
Recognize that speed.
Hell, Grandfire Percival I'd have more use of. Like all of the Night Boys aside from Percival I could have a use for. There we go. There we go. I did not expect that much damage. Also, what they gave they gave Percival like drain? Siegfried, not Percival. Why am I keep saying Percival? Man, this damn skill is worthless to me in a lot of my Earth teams. That I think is one of his normal damage skills. That was also one of his damage skills. Stout Heart, but only on that move. He gets a parry. Salvatore, debuff immunity and drain. That seems worthless for the current state of the game, but maybe later. Mirage seems like a very good defense buff, but then the question is why not just use Phalanx at art level 4 with Captain or somebody else? And then Draconic Resistance. Effect grows stronger with each perfectly timed attack. Loses effect upon mistiming an attack. In theory, that is a very good damage buff, but that sucks. Because where's Charlotta? Because Charlotta has that skill, just better. Valiant Stance. It's for Blackworm slow puddles. Possible, yeah. But like, yeah, Charlotta gets Valiant Stance, which increases her damage from 30% to 120 as long as she doesn't take damage, while also just having a skill that grants her invincibility. And she's a character where you just run up to somebody and keep slicing at their ankles for as much as you want, so just keep building that damage. Like, I guess, because the way that I can reason it is that, like, okay, if you're playing Earth, then you want a tank. Like, basically, I've been looking at it less as, like, one character you bring for everything, and more of just, like, okay, what different characters or what different teams do you want for different fights because of the elemental weaknesses. It's less that you want everyone on the team to have that, since you can't do a full team of one element right now anyway, aside from water? No. Percival Recon. Fire. Fire, Dark. Yeah, Fire and Dark are the only ones that you can do full teams of. Id, Vasaraga, Narmaya, Rosetta. And then Zeta, Percival, Godanza, and Rakam. The rest either only have 3, like Light, Fairy, Io, Charlotta, or 2, Gordaha and Captain. But Wind, that Wind one surprisingly makes sense, which is also really funny, because that Wind one makes sense, especially since we know that Stefan's going to be one of the first characters added, which is also going to be with Twain. And if Twain keeps her element, which means it's going to be Light, then we would have 4 Light, and then we would have 3 Wind, because Stefan's a Wind element. However, for some reason Captain gets 7-star sword, which makes me wonder what Stefan's going to get for his Terminus weapon. Especially if his Revenant weapon is the 7-star sword. And like, I just uncapped him to 100 anyway, so seeing him without that, you know what, no, actually it makes sense why you wouldn't want to give him that. You wouldn't want him to be super murder hungry. Twain, though, that one's up in the air since she's going to be the first bow user in the game.
Yeah, I don't like the look of that. Who knows what'll happen if we touch it?
And also, just like the normal game, Dark gets everything for free.
No! We've reached a dead end!
But, what was I saying? Yeah, if you're running with one character anyway, you don't really need to have an entire team on element in order to deal max damage, like in the game. Because the only thing that element's really going to affect is one person's somewhat damage output, as well as what you get from different chain bursts. So like if you're going for a full burst anyway against something like Proto Bahamut, as long as Fairy starts it, you get Ascension regardless. Like, it's minor planning stuff like that, but even then you don't really need to do it since there's not too many things that are super difficult. Or at least nothing that kind of requires a lot of coordinated effort like that. Which is kind of why I want to do this as a test before going to, before fighting Lucilius. Prideful bastard. You say that, but Sephiron's not in the game yet. I actually wonder if they're gonna have any lines for that. Because all the party members have you. Oh. She's actually. Okay, that was Tiamat? That was Tiamat. Tiamat is the heal. Oh, that is also spell down damage cap. What would a new weapon from the new fight have? I don't think we're gonna get a new weapon from that fight. I don't think we're gonna get a new weapon, but I think we might get at least a consistent drop either for Damascus ingots or maybe even Ambrosia. Because in theory, they're gonna add 2 more characters, which means that's a lot more weapons, a lot more masteries that they have to level up, and a bunch of weapons that now need to be uncapped if you want to get the Terminus weapons, which are just from Proto Bahamut. And that's before assuming they even add another weapon. Fairy and Kag over there. They can probably handle it. Or not. No, Magniel's there too. Oh, they got it. Oh, I'm dead. Because, I don't even want to think about it. Because that was something, that was the reason why I was doing, that was the reason why I wanted to do Slime Blast a little bit before. The risk of, just the hope of getting one of those, rainbow slimes, just so I can get, Azure Splendor and Damascus. Because there's going to be all of Twain's weapons, there's going to be her base weapon, plus like the 4 that you can buy, plus her Terminus, on top of Sephon's, who's also going to be about 4 to 5, plus his Terminus, and that's if they don't add any new weapon. So even if you do get like 5 Damascus in a row, you're only going to uncap 1 weapon. There's a bunch of Ambrosia, which means it's going to be a lot more mastery points for every character to get. I don't even know what we're going to have to do to get the Sierra tickets. Because we still have to get them as Sierra tickets. We still have to get them as like crew cards. So like I don't know if they're gonna have to add like 2 more quests to add them, since those are very fixed throughout the entire game. You don't get your last character until you complete the last one that gives you one of those tickets. And even then, like when you're getting them after endgame, they're only level what, 60? Like level 50, 60, and they'll have 50% of both their trees done, which is just a bunch more mastery points. Though you could just Slime Blast. But that depends on how... Twain might be good for Slime Blasting. I don't know if Sephon's going to be good for that. I hope they have story expansions, genuinely. I don't know if they'll do... I don't know if they'll do like something super big, but like even just like a little story or something involving like, or even something just like involving or even just mentioning the Eternals. Because what, you're gonna put 2 Eternals in a game and have them not reference any of the others? 15 more percent. What, thirsty? This is... Wait till they spawn.
Would be a mercy to you.
They spawn. No, I did that too late. I did that too early. This might be fine. Come on, invincibility. Last. I did it a little late, but there wasn't any skill seal, so we're good. I had to remember to hold that or else they might have popped it. And dead. I have too many vouchers because now people are going over being capped. Big funny number. Oh no.
Yeah, but at least your back fixed it, dude. Glad we got you out in one piece.
You really went to extraordinary lengths.
I don't have breakthrough.
Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, there's much more I want to say. It will have to wait. Angra Mainyu has grown too powerful.
I don't understand. Why are you so in
Oh wait, Fairy's here. She can just keep snapping them. Chi-Chi and Beppo are doing the work.
Just focus on beating them one at a time. Damn. They just keep coming.
What did you expect?
I think I can buy us some time. I need everyone to gather round.
I love it when other people make the plans. Fight your way to rolling, everyone.
Didn't even need to move. I do hope that I have enough. I do hope that I have enough fortitude crystals to do the thing that I want.
Ready, Captain?
No sweat, right? We're all here for you. Let's win this together. Okey-dokey, or horrors will find you. Right behind you. Madness has gone on for long enough.
Skill seal.
Time for this white dragon to get serious.
The skies are counting on us.
I also really like. Skill seal. I also really like the fact that they let everybody get a voice line of your party for this. I was not I was not expecting every character to have different voice lines or be allowed to have different voice lines for each mission. But you only get to hear it if you're playing as them for that time.
Isn't it beautiful, Lily?
Too far.
This is the power of emotion. The undying love of the heart. This is where our research should have led. To the strength Sky Dwellers derive from love. Love of home, friends, and of family.
Come on.
You turned our eye. You found a window into
If we hit link time, oh no.
the mortal mind. You prey on fear and desperation.
Link.
Empty promises, aggrandizing yourself until the people worshipped you as a god. You took advantage
78, you're looking at me.
and raised armies that overran the Sega Grande sky. Think back on all
Same
the
thing.
violence you've
Where are they?
endured.
Where are they? They're here. On me.
Really, like a path to utopia. Your megalomania is a threat, no matter where you are.
3, 2, 1. This is gonna be very funny to pop during Paradise Lost and it still not work. Oh god, I wish. Lycan's gonna look at Lucilius like he's JFK. Hey, gorgeous! Cag, you're the only one? This'll work. Come on, Fairy. We need to get 3 more hits, or something. Unsure if that's enough. Let's see. No. The Cag statue in the front.
It's over now. Please, no more bloodshed.
You get to go into the summoning crystal right next to Jehuti. I will never forget that there's still basically Jehuti inside Illyria right now. Or at least always.
It had become a dragon and vanished into the somber skies.
This is going to be the fight that makes me regret doing anything that I wanted to do here.
Alright, let's go.
This world is precious. I mean, even the god of destruction can't bear to lose it. Our bodies might be mortal, but our hearts are infinite. Though he's in a dark place right now, I hope Id doesn't lose sight of that. But even if he does, I'll open his eyes again.
I still don't even know how the line reads for that are as Gran. I've only seen those as Jita. And I don't even know, like, what I actually kind of want to see that. I really hope that they have, like, some type of stat tracker to see how many people played how much time as either Jita or Gran. Just because that's a very interesting thing to see. Especially considering that, like, a lot of high-end Granblue players prefer Jita in general. The Forgotten Sky.
Burster won't be able to stray far from the sigil while it's still in effect. I'll maintain the spell for as long as possible.
Oh, he's melting.
Hold nothing back.
As much as I'd love to do some data collection, guess my biggest priority is not getting blown to smithereens.
Seen way too many Grants and Jitas. I have not seen nearly as many Grants as I've seen Jitas. But I also just haven't seen as many Captains used in the game at all. The only consistent other wind unit that I've seen is the only other Yordana player that I've seen consistently in this chat. Uh-oh. And up. People name Dan. Yeah, because they don't. Yeah, because they think that it's a normal RPG.
We wouldn't want things to end like this. We just have to save him.
Here's the track. Yeah, I don't know anything but oh wow, this is a lot more. Get up. Wild Beam? No. Flame lasts for a while.
For the rest of my long, long life. In the past, I had nearly existed. It wasn't until you sky dwellers let me into your hearts that I learned what it was to live. Unlike immortals, you are capable of change.
Wild laser.
All I
Right,
want
left.
is to
That
be
should be
a
sweep
part of
up. Sweep back down. Right.
build a glowing
Left.
future as an astral.
Up.
I am also to blame
Swipe.
for the failures of my people. I swear to you now, I will set things right again.
It is going to drive me absolutely insane knowing that Sean Chiplock is voicing that character and then is about to voice Lucilius again in this game.
I think you mean dragon power. Lyria, do you feel up to summoning Bahamut?
Okay, just give me some time.
Dark Flame. And I got Dizzy. Funny enough, Dizzy Resistance does work on that. Because I have whatever the one-shot move is.
It's the light of the apocalypse. The fire of doomsday. Its power is transcendent.
But then I also have a...
The attack lands. All the skies will be obliterated.
But I also have Revive, Self-Revive on Kag, so it's fine. So I can at least rest that a little bit. And I'm typically staying in the back with her anyway.
It's already stored up considerable energy.
Quit trying to fry us, dagnabbit.
Everyone, gather around me. Get Deliria, now! I'll keep you all safe, I promise!
The background track is fantastic. Granblue consistently has incredible music for really hype fights. %, 20%.
Unless my eyes deceive me,
Double fight.
Eve under all those scales. Isn't it he's been tainted by Ursa's destructive urges? It seems his body and soul are still
I love this. I love this so much.
still hope. If you can sever the spiritual shackles that bind Eve to Ursa, he'll come back.
The first thing you're fighting is now distracted by the other thing that you summoned because it is much more dangerous to it. So we are dealing with something that's much more dangerous to us.
Is this your idea of protecting Lyria?
You finally crawled out from under Lilith's thumb, and now you're gonna let yourself be crushed
A pseudo-equal rival fight during a giant fight in the background.
You're right, kid. Face it, you need us.
Thought you knew us better than that, Id. None of us would ever abandon a friend.
1, 2. Dizzy. I still have a revive. Wait for it.
It's okay, we're with you.
Perfect. Versus stuff behind us. Beam. Here, and we should be fine. Got ya.
Ursa is trying to take full control of Id's body.
Well, we're not gonna let that happen.
She missed. Whoa. Not good. Not good. Not good. If I go down again, I actually might lose this. If I'm not close to the party. I'm the healer, too. What is Beppo doing? Beppo, what are you doing? What is the dog doing? Beppo, please. Why does this only happen when I'm streaming? I've played this game for over 150 hours and this never happened. Of course you would stand right on the dog. The dog turned! No! It's right there!
You need to bring him back now!
Why is the dog like that? It is really good. Why is Beppo just there? Okay, it moved because of the... Free, my sweet baby. This is just a training dummy now? This is dangerous. Very dangerous. Very, very, very dangerous. State mandated break.
Now that he's human again, you have one last chance to wrest him completely free.
I don't know what to believe anymore.
You should at least believe in yourself, Rufus. Think back to when you were fighting to protect the sky. Did that feel like a lie to you? No, because that was when you actually won.
What did it?
Whenever you feel confused, just follow your heart, which might lead you to scary places. If you still love your people, just know it. You have to remember.
I want to be a defender. To all of you. Aurelia. To the skies! I told you.
The kick in right at the overdrive.
Ursa is now a manifestation of sheer power, with no vessel to contain it.
This is the dangerous part. Alter Ego and Sanius.
If you can just weather
Right.
his next attacks, the day is yours.
Yeah.
If I can get rid of Versa, I might finally find closure.
I can't see.
See how you like the taste of your own medicine. Your powers against you.
Even though there's so much at stake, I feel strangely calm.
We're veteran skyfarers. This ain't our first apocalyptic rodeo, and it won't be our last.
If I had a rupee for every immortal Banii pick, I could probably buy my own island by now.
I don't mean
She's right.
really proud to be a part of this group.
I feel the same way. I won't let anything happen to you or our world.
Our journey can't end here. It's not gonna. We're gonna take some dragon tail and go on.
Captain did that completely on their own. The final boss and then he gave the camera. And this looks like none of my business.
Hurts. All that I've suppressed in the back of my mind. Damn it. I should have realized it sooner. No use running anymore. I am who I am.
Now's the part I was worried about.
Child of darkness and flames.
Thy name is... Amazing. Absolutely amazing. You've suppressed Versus Core and driven it back to its dimension.
It's supposed to be out on PS4. It was also
Everything.
supposed to come out like what, 6 years ago?
We're still not done.
This somehow ending up being like a 10th anniversary game is insane.
Leave this to me.
Wait, where do you think you're going?
I also remember when Platinum was working on this game, and they are nowhere in the credits.
Forgive me.
Done similar things to this more than you would likely know. You don't get a choice. Still.
Don't worry. I'll be back soon.
I have no idea. For as much as this game still looks similar to how it was before, well, despite it looking far, far, far more pretty, with a lot more visual effects. That is not the actual ending. That feels brazen. This does not feel anywhere close or similar to,
Work on his people skills.
Well, at least we know where he went. We should go see what he's thinking.
because, what, I think they were their involvement was brought up, like, after Automata? But then that was, like, apparently the stuff that they were a part of, because apparently the stuff that they were responsible for, or at least their section of it, they finished. Just do a scroll. I need to have somebody at least there for that. Because I remember hearing Platinum's part, whatever work Platinum did, I remember hearing that they were done with their side of the work like years ago. And then the game stayed in development for about another 3 to 4 years. No, don't do that.
Hey, it's every... Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, I still have to do these as... I still have your terminus, but...
Are we going on a field trip?
But to be careful... I don't really need damage and stun as much as I just want a solid tank. Damage, though.
Pet-friendly mission, right?
So I will have to be the tank. I also think I have not seen a single id actually use the character properly.
I'm getting the hang of this. Practice makes perfect. Polished to a sheet. This technique's coming along. Polished to a sheet.
Because if they were using whatever they had around the time when they first started, it would have been before Automata.
Hang of this. Practice makes perfect. Polished to a sheet.
That might just be because of how Platinum had original ties to this, but then that fell. That has to have fallen out. Otherwise, they would have been in the.
Want your weapons tempered?
They would have been probably in the credits. Is this enough? It's not enough.
How about that?
Only gets me up to 140, 146. Are? I need to play as Ed. Skills are all done. Give me this.
This technique's coming along.
Chain burst skill damage? No. Skill damage and skybound, but health up? Cool. 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 Thank you.
This strength was inside me.
Keep this until I get this.
I can feel the power.
I'll roll like 3 more. Chain burst damage up, skybound damage up, damage cap, healing, okay. Health skill damage, attack up 200. Like, I get insane pulls for characters that I don't... Ooh. Oh, no. Those are the stats I want, but not the percentages I want. I did not want to do that. I don't want this either. Just give me something better. Skill damage up, skill damage cap up, chain burst damage up, normal attack damage up. That's what I want.
Bad.
I can work with that because he already has stats that basically make him a damage steroid. Tyranny Garrison is rough, but it'll work for now.
You ready to... Yeah.
Play as Ed. However, I want to adjust the weapon.
It's Big Fixer Upper debut. Let's all do our best to help him.
Find the goblins, recover the supplies.
I'd say give it...
It will be. Combat's your forte.
Actually, I have no idea when they might put this on sale. Actually, yeah, I would have no idea, because this is like the first... This is at least the first game that I'm aware of that was made by whatever Osaka team that they had. Or the Osaka team that they have for this. Ugh. 120 goblins.
Look out! Here comes the backup brigade.
We'll manage. Keep picking them off.
Let's grab the stuff and get out of here.
This should be it. Let's move on.
Something's watching us.
Wait, I still have Arcadia again? No, Arcadia is different.
More goblins. They shouldn't be much of a threat.
That was immediately when I saw the tag for like the Osaka team, I immediately thought of the KH people again.
It's called Skyward
I immediately thought of the Osaka team.
Local goblins should know how to defend themselves against wyverns. Unless you know it,
There we go.
You've got a point.
God might. God might is the actual damage buff that you want. Until I fall. I don't have enough for Ragnarok farm, so I can't extend it either.
Do you guys ever wonder how Roland was handling all these quests by himself?
He certainly has a knack for them, doesn't he? He really can lead it to Mr. Fix-It.
Did you guys see that? Something big just flew by. Not part of the brief, not part of our problem.
I'm really about to lose all of my God might. And I have Phantasmagorion too.
More of them. Here they come.
Something's wrong. They're all running, but not so much.
Doesn't matter. We came here to do one thing.
Still spend it.
Never enough.
Going all in here for you.
Could have gone better.
And we'll get you to smile. Public dam? What gives? I don't know, but it looks like our hunch was
Jita's also just really cute. Like, somehow finds a way to still be a good mix of like genuinely scary sometimes and hyper capable, while also
So now we should have just one more.
like just naturally being a good better half for Lyria.
sounded just like Sierra.
Wait, no, my sense of humor is far less pun-reliant.
I don't get it. Something humorous just now.
Oh, it's nothing, Id. Don't
All right, enough messing around. There's the last supply pack.
We have to take out these goblins first.
One. I'm at max?
What was that? Stay alert.
That should be a griffin, yep. Black griffin. Goblin eater.
Well, this explains why the goblins were fleeing. No one wants to be griffin lunch.
Now you're starting to sound like a real Mr. Fix-It.
super super.
Got that tickle on that one.
Phantasmagoria.
Not good. Proceed with caution.
Couldn't.
It's going to charge. Get out of its path.
I don't remember if Arcadia was the slow. It has to be the slow. Because that's not the substitute. And I shouldn't substitute anyway. Huh? I have race.
Minus finish. Choco stick.
I have to trust the others to do it.
There's no telling what it can do in the last one. Be careful.
Your face.
Come on, Vayne, you got it. And I have God Might on. I don't think I've seen that Skybound art with God Might. I've only seen people use that in Ragnarok.
Did it. It sure was an adventure.
Quest complete. Now to bring the items back to the client.
Yeesh. You're all business, huh?
Go easy on me.
You okay? You okay? Chapter 0, Skybound Heart. So now my question is, does it throw me straight to the mission, or... It does throw me straight to the mission. Okay, good. If I am gonna do this mission, and I want this to be the last thing I do anyway... I want to make sure... No. Okay. That is now 2 done. Which means I get to work on 5 more. And I'm close to finishing captains anyway. There's just a lot more silver centrums, and I'm gonna still need a hell of weapons. Whatever, that's not the thing I was looking for. This will not be enough to get me to 150.
Let's talk. Want your weapons tempered? I'll handle it. Success.
How'd I know? Considering that I actually got a very lucky slime blast, I can spend this. I'll worry about doing that later. Those are... Please. I keep thinking the menu is gonna be bad. Cause... How do I explain this? Cause like I tap the... Here. Like... Say that I wanted this. Earthworm gem. Like say I want this. I'm used to it going, so okay, how much do you need? I'm used to like... I'm expecting the icon to be down here. It's already up here. I just need to press this once. I'm also just gonna spend all of it. And then if you don't want it, you can just immediately press... You can immediately... If you don't have enough, then it just kicks you right back out. That's 1 fortitude. Should that be enough?
What should I strengthen? I'll handle it.
Still not. Still not. Whatever. 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 I don't care. Wait, I care a lot. Hang on.
Let's talk. Which one? Show me.
I should not use my Ashers on id, but I will use them on Vane. I messed up. I also forget that if you do toggle it to use an Azure, it doesn't have you do it for every single one. You just need to do it once. Yeah, it's odd. This one, the other two I'm already deep enough that it's I'd be better off. It would be more effective to use the. It'd be more effective to just actually level those instead of using Azures because I'd be getting less value. Which means since those ones are ones that I don't need to care about right now. I will only care about plus marks. I'm still waiting to get more damage cap pluses.
Don't forget about upkeep.
Actually, let me see if I have any right now. No. No. Attack plus. I'm looking for damage cap plus. None that I could use. This looks so awful too. Hang on. Put that there, put that there, put that there. So then these can all be swapped out, as well as Garrison is eventually going to be swapped out. I also have just not done a lot of the Fate episodes. Not yet, at least. For no other reason other than the fact that I'm lazy. And that I actually want to sit down and listen to them when they go through. Crit, health, damage, skill. Normal, crit, stun. But I don't get a lot of damage off of your skills. I want to have your normal attack up, but I also want your damage up. But I also should not be focusing on you right now. Where are you? Crit up, normal damage, CA. Those I'm just trying to adjust. It's passable. CA damage skill. I want to roll this a little bit to see if I can get damage, normal attack, and chambers. Skybound art. Flat skybound art, not chain burst. I lose my damage cap by half, but I gain more damage cap up and higher crit rate. I'll take that for now. Attack and I got the attack up and the normal attack up I wanted, but not the healing. No healing and stun. I traded a star from skill damage and normal attack, but I'm getting healing. No. It's like grinding relic weapons and only getting bet on everything. Chain burst. Skill damage up, skill damage cap, normal attack, chain burst damage. You know what? We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll rock with this. It does. It does. It is like the charms in Mount Hun World. Which is actually really funny, because I really liked grinding. Well, no, I didn't like grinding for melts in Mount Hun World. So if this is going to be the last big fight that I do, at least for this, before Lucilius. I do want Captain, I want Cag, and I want Vane. No. Well, actually, it makes more sense to... No, I want it now. It would make more sense to switch Vane out for... Fairy. 27k damage? Okay. Those two are essentially gonna have to carry for this.
No point complaining now, though.
Rack him. Rack him. Rack him. I've been doing Extreme Plus for over a year now. Come on.
This place makes my skills stand up. Yeah.
Crap.
I don't want to stay here any longer than we have to.
Did he just say crab ho? Arcadia, Fourfold Vengeance, Ragnarok form, never end. If this fight is too fast, I don't think I'll have a chance for Fourfold Vengeance. I'd rather just keep the Reagan life for a projectile.
What are they? These supposed to be our shadow monsters?
They're not our primary target. The soldier mentioned one exceptionally powerful shade.
Ready your weapons.
Doesn't matter. We'll get them all.
I also didn't go through any of the knick-knack check, so now I'm just gonna get a bunch of... Oh. I'm just gonna get a bunch of, I'm gonna get a bunch of knick-knack vouchers that I can't use because people are leveling up.
Are you doing alright?
I am. This place just brings back memories. This was where Lilith...
I can only imagine how it must feel to be back.
Further and further up.
I'm fine, really. Don't worry about me.
If you're sure.
I really want him added to the game. Even if I know that I'm gonna have to roll for him. And even though I'm probably not even gonna be able to use him on my dark teams.
We can never catch a break. Luckiest Skylarers in Sega Grande.
Hare!
You're moving slower.
I don't want to be annoying.
I'll be fine. Better stop you good fishes from fussing.
Got that right.
It's working!
Let's find more.
Halfway. No point in popping Ragnarok just yet. Up there. I think I already got that one up there. I also don't know... I know the other blades that it gets also glow when you're building up meter and have the... and are in Godmight, but I don't remember if they change as visually as Ragnarok. Which is kind of why I prefer it as the skin. Captain having Partisan is mostly just my, mostly because stupid preference.
I sense something.
I like the idea of like a level 200 character using still in their level 1 outfit, but still retaining all their skills and abilities and strengths. Here it is.
Hang on! That looks like it!
It's like my shadow. What the hell is going on?
120.
I don't understand either, but it doesn't leave open to questions. Get ready for
Ah, you... You're fast.
It's over! To the front! What is this thing? Why does it look like me?
It might be part of the pillar's defenses. Just like the shadow clone of Purican we fought here before.
Whatever it is, I'm taking it down.
In Malice.
Be weird fighting yourself, but we've got your back.
Ragnarok.
All together!
Fine.
Come on!
Yeah.
Okay, got it!
Got ya.
Gathering its strength!
Sentence.
Still can't tell when you're getting a compliment, can you? Hang on. Is it gonna just keep dodging?
Can't attack forever.
You know best. Just like when we fought you.
That hurt bad. I still have a range option. No, you don't. No. Your awakening. $93.
Powers too.
Caglios is at 5%. I have to wait till she's at least at... I have to wait till she's at least at 5, but I think she can make it. That is a lot. I have to trust Kag's revive. Here. Come on, come on, come on. Easy.
Weirdly, I think I actually needed that. After going toe-to-toe with the dragon's destructive power, I swear I could tackle anything now.
And that's all. No, I was wrong.
I heard about your victory.
I never thought I'd see the day you call us together.
Head to port when you're ready. The dude is waiting for us.
Yeah, the actual last thing. Hi, Percival. Honest character. It really is. It really, really, really is. And because I know what the actual last fight is, I can put on my main team now. I can't get that. There's no way I'm gonna get Zeta into like a fighting spot for Lucilius for a while. So I will have to stick with Kag, Fairy, and Vayne for that. Even Vayne's gonna be a little bit begrudging. There's so many good games that are just coming out like around the same time.
Okay, Dragon of Destruction.
It makes it so hard to budget around them. I still need to figure out when... I need to figure out how I'm gonna find 100 hours for Persona 3 Reload, because I want to do that on stream before the answer. I want to play through the answer again. So I'll probably... I might spend... I don't know. It depends on what I'm doing by September then.
My limit. Give me a hand.
Yep. P3R, and they're giving us the answer.
Now's our chance.
Now's the hard part. Or at least hopefully it's not. I do like though that how they let you think for a good while that you only get one awesome Bahamut fight and then they give you a last one.
Roland be.
Look who it is. This ends here and now.
come on, come on, come on. Okay, not bad. I have my own. Huh? Oh, you swerved.
Charging up!
Now what do you say we return the favor?
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, this one's a little bit more of a real fight. There's perfect dodges.
We're doomed if we stay here. We need to get closer.
Much better than the last dragon I was riding.
I'm on my way.
Less smelly, too.
So why haven't we seen him yet? Keep up the pressure.
Almost halfway. Still not in overdrive yet. You're not taking any more damage. Your heart's stuck. Obliteration. You almost have Skyfall.
That power is extraordinary. If it hits us, we're finished. Captain, Lyria, charge ahead and don't stop. Too late.
It's 36%. Yep, AoEs and cast bars.
Time has come.
You say that like I wasn't just here.
Can't keep it chained up for long. The rest is on your crew.
Buddy, you got no gun, no worry!
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Trying to hold back the waterfall.
We can take over from here.
Give me an opening, and I'll drive the final nail in its coffin.
Just hang in there.
If you do fail that, that is an instant kill, by the way. Give me that move as a skill.
Herald of Ash ruin. Grant our foe annihilation. Bahamut!
Clean off.
It's finally over.
Like, as much as I want to complain about, like, yeah, this is like a very poor RPG for people who aren't already in the Granblue,
She was on the verge of collapse. Hurry, Lyria. Get us out.
but this is a snapshot of Granblue making like a game that they wanted to make for a while. And just their sense of power and scale and like dramatic timing and lights to and the use of colors and lighting to emphasize power. Just the way that they do it is so specific.
We made it.
The ceiling for power in the Granblue universe is so astronomical.
First off, let me say thank you all so very, very much. You too, Id. I'm glad that you're safe.
Right back at you. It was not long ago that I chose the wrong path, and left only suffering in my wake. I committed sins no one could ever deign to forgive. Even so, this world offered me a shot at redemption. I need only look to the compassion of my newfound allies to see that.
Glad to have you back.
Also, whatever weapons you have for your characters, at least it seems to be mostly, they will show up in cutscenes, since these appear to be in-engine.
Rescued us instead.
No.
They do seem to have fixed models that they use, though, but aside from the weapons, those seem to be adjustable.
I won't let it slip away. I'll do everything I can to atone. I must.
We were worried sick about you.
Same here. You sounded way too relaxed during your final transmission.
That's right.
Lilith raised me to
wants to grab a cold one back in Volca?
I'm full for a frosty glass of apple juice.
That's right, I do need to get more snapdragons.
Maybe there was a reason.
It really does. It looks, the way that his hair is just blowing in the wind.
All the skies won't tell me how to wield it. I was given this power. Now will atone for the sins of my past. I'm sure we can see eye to eye there, can't we? Oh God of destruction. The Sky Realm is under my protection now.
You say that while we're about to fight Lucilius in the next update.
Back in good old Boca. Welcome home, Roland.
Okay, so I have to explain this very quickly. So whenever these screens pop up, that's me like skipping through the cutscenes, because in the game you're allowed to skip any cutscene that happens. But anytime that you do skip something, there's usually a little blurb that tells you like the main important points of the scene. I never skipped this because it was my first time going through it before, so why would I skip it? Dear Suke, I always knew you were special, but your perseverance never ceases to amaze me. Most would balk at the prospect of confronting a dragon, yet you did so twice. I just hope this nausea from the dimensional time lag subsides soon. But that's neither here nor there. You've returned me to my beloved Folka. There's only one thing left to say. Thank you. Truly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Looks like a bunch of new requests got added. And some of these are doozies. Wanna give them a try?
Savior of Sega Grande. The ultimate. So that is everything now done on there. I can switch you out for...
Ready to go.
Yeah, I want to have in my pocket. This should just be about...
Here it is.
quick quest.
Here it is. This one.
But since I already did...
Would you take this one?
I might as well also just show off the other two of the high-end fights. Since this is going to be the last thing I do with this on stream before Lucilius anyway. And I'll even do it with a character that I'm not super well versed with. So this can either be a nightmare or actually kind of fun. Personalized journal always gives me dark flashback. Yeah.
Try to keep up.
You're talking about version 1. What was it? 1.22. Blah blah blah. I keep forgetting like how to the exact decimal points. I know nothing of what's going on with that. I kind of burned straight through that game and went to, is that us on this? No, she's not!
Prioritize recovery.
I saw Voss.
Okay, we're with you.
The only... like, literally the last...
Sick 'em. Right away.
There we go.
We'll never back down.
The last near thing that I kept up with was the fact that reincarnation was going down. He was on a team, like, which means I want you.
So, our enemy grows desperate.
Wind. I do not want to deal with Glaciate. We're gonna have to deal with one buff. Or not! Okay, so that's fine. Only red signal. have anybody on water. Back around. To the right. Should be... Yeah, the one pass that I missed. Come on, Vasaraga. 2, 3. It's fine by me. There we go. Slow. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Firefly. So I still have Godmite. Charlotta's almost up. If I can actually wait on that, Fairy might be close too. As long as I still get that. That sounds like how it worked in the original? Or, no. Because I'm just thinking of the... These lasers are so focused. I'm trying to think of how the journal entries were in original. Because I know 1.22 added more journal entries, because before 1.22 added one that was about a chord and some different entries. Back up, back up, back up, back up. Catch. Reagan Wave. Three, two, one. Fairy's here. Voss built it? Right back into it. I can extend Godmite after a finisher. Interesting.
And that takes care of that.
Spaghetti Syndrome. Also, the Preda being in this makes no sense whatsoever if you have no context for the Society or the Moon.
Your just reward.
Look at you.
Leave it to me.
Open sesame.
That's the good thing about Granblue. It always looks cool, you don't need to know anything about it, and whenever you jump in, there is always a chance of seeing or doing a cool thing. Somehow got a lunary detector. Okay, let me check that again. They're talking about what is happening in the game currently. Like, in character? Because I remember that there was a bunch of old ones as well that were like that. But they weren't, like, about I don't think they were about... No, some of them were about specific areas, but they weren't about,
Good luck out there.
Like, you could tell when certain events were after other ones because of context. Like, I remember there was an entry talking about the shades outside the village before. I think there's a diary entry that brings up the shades that are outside the village before you do like anything of significance in Act 1. But then again, also a bunch of those are random. Like I can't find, like I specifically can't find the journal entry where Yona talks about Nir's birthday, and it says September 11th. I do know that I caught a couple of the new ones that were about her. That was between her, Devla, and Popola. And then there were a couple of other like pre-event entries that would show up from time to time. But I didn't have them all memorized, so it's hard to tell. You got that one, don't you reckon? Keep shooting me, boy. Oh. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Do not ask me how I'm moving the camera while holding a Y button. That does not go far. It might not have as much damage. It is worse than a claw, what I was doing. Arcadia, please, please, please.
Sure.
We got a little bit extra damage. Oh, we have 2 Charlottas. Wait, this is a very odd team. 2 Charlottas, a Rackham, and an Id? One, two, three. I have to be very careful though. I can't overcount my meter right here.
Appreciate it.
I have to wait till I'm in a very specific spot where I can actually abuse an opening. I got this. Can I? No, it'll be Reagan Life. It's gonna be an overdrive though. Or a break. Come on. Run. Slam down again. You can do it there too, I guess. Alright, fireballs. That still counted? There's judgment. Supernova. Uh-oh. Oh, sure, you got to be invuln, but I can't. Good work. Come on. I'm gonna have to extend this. No, it's not worth it. Come on.
You guys ready?
It's worth it. If we get the damage the way that I think we will, then it's worth it. Two, three. Yeah, this is bad. And that was an early kill. Nice.
That was awesome.
So I'm not as bad with it as I thought I would be.
Not bad. Okay. Don't mind if I do. Okay.
I'm not even gonna get a Centrum out of this, alright? Am I? Nope. I got a Hornet Bahamut though. And that is the hardest fight in the game. Now, to do the very fun and annoying thing at the very end. Because I now have a bunch of mats and resources that I'm not going to use. That I would have plenty of better use for on other things and other characters. So let's spin the wheel. I'm at 999. There is no way of doing this in mass. So if I have 999, they all take 25. Rest well, and thank you for joining. I hope you have a good, or at least a less stressful day at work. If I'm at 999, that means I have to press this 4 times, times 9. So 36 times I have to do this? And plus you already saw all the fun stuff anyway, so don't feel bad about it. This is now the work. I hate that parrot so much. So you're done, right? No. Because I don't use any of these unless they are 3. Sigils. Trade all under legendary because they are all worthless to me. And now we go back for another 30. because it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 400. 350. 250. 150. 2, 3, 4, 5. Because you keep trading the ones that you don't need, you actually just keep getting more and more and can keep just recycling them. I'm also nearing a cap on my light orbs, and because there's no point in going over cap, you can just turn those into more.
Wonder what kind of fish over
So now we do this again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Clear out again. No right stones.
if you've got the vouchers. Big Mac vouchers never go out of style. Have vouchers? We'll use.
Last one, that doesn't matter if I turn it in because I can't turn it into a level 3. There's that a skill. Am I really only gonna get that one? Butterfly's Grace and Improved Dodge. I'm not gonna play Narmaya. So all that for this, which does more damage on Arves, extends the timing window to chain high jump loop. Oh. So that just makes it easier to do the reps, and I already... So it just means I'm going to drop less loops. Less loops. Nice. A calamitous hand. Oh. Wait, really? No, yeah. Yeah, some of these are also insane. Defeat Proto Bahamut Proud within 10 minutes without going into critical condition or using items, so basically don't get hit. Defeat Prey A Proud within 10 minutes without going into critical condition or using items, also do not get hit. Then there's two Full Bursts, there's Interlinks. It's doing specific fights, specific characters. Crewmate Masteries, they only give you 3 Azurite Splendor, which feels insane. But I don't need to worry about that right now. As far as I am concerned,
Your princess is ready for her escort.
I am done
Ready to fight.
and ready for Lucilius. I do not know... Fairy, why is your damage like that? Oh, that's why. Oh, I still need to level... Really? I just need one more link together? Actually, let me see if I can do... Let me see if I can just do that right now. No, that requires 3 silver centrums, and I'm not grinding for that. Not right now at the very least, because that is going to drive me insane. So, of the the 4 furthest terminus weapons I have, it's Captain's first. Captain does not have sigils that I really want right now, so I have to adjust that. Vane needs to start upgrading his. That's just a lot of silver centrums. But Cag and Fairy are completely ready at, like, highest level. So, yeah. That is all that I need to do until Lucilius. So... I think... probably... Yeah, I'll call it there then. Because I don't know... That stream is... now, tomorrow. So I'll figure out more there. Let's do... Oh yeah, I don't know how I got this roll on Cag. The healing cap sucks though, so I'll at least roll these. I have to be exceedingly careful not to press yes too many times. I do want to check Ambrosia, so I only have one, so I'm not going to mess with it. Yep. 155 hours, by the way. Thank you for spending time with me. I hope you enjoyed yourselves, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night and weekend. Yeah. So, until then. Until I figure out what else I'm gonna smash my skull into. Yeah. Take care. I completely forgot the ending. I was rehearsing it like in my head and it's completely gone now, so this is the best you're gonna get. I'm sorry.